Eddie, why are you standing like that?
Dracula. What?
I was thinking.
Okay. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks. I heard you tried to help get me unsuspended.
I got you.
And, Ray called, and he had already done it by the time you did all the weird stuff. But thanks for trying. Yeah. So, anyways, what? Shh.
I got a big match tonight.
Okay.
Big, huge, ginormous
implications. Yeah. I remember I told you that this probably isn't going to work out too much team-wise. Shh.
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I was hoping that Moon would win.
Shh. I'll see you soon. To the moon! There you go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 19801 Nordoff Place here from the MPW Arena, where tonight the King has issued you for one night only to step into MPW's The Lion's Den, where my name is Chase Mansfield, joined alongside the beautiful Ario Ami. Take it away, Sheik Sheik.
Ladies and gentlemen, you make the drive up worth it every single Friday. Welcome! Millennium Pro Wrestling presents The Lion's Den! A hell of a show for you, ladies and gentlemen. A absolutely packed card filled with animals here in Chatsworth. Of course, we also have our national title on the line for our main event as Dustin Jack Daniels. Little opinion there for our champion. Goes head to head against the ace of MPW himself, Brendan Divine. It's going to be a hell of a show for you folks, but we got a great opening match for you. So without further ado, who's ready for our opening match? All right, give it to me one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Who's ready for some wrestling? That's what we like to hear. Your opening bout is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
We got quite the match to kick off MPW's The Lion's Den here tonight at 19801 Nordoff Place, as Diego Valance looks to take on a young lion in himself in Kid Destino.
Making his way to the ring. Right in Los Angeles, California, weighing at 203 pounds, he is the handsome devil, Diego Valance!
Diego Valance had a year of ups and downs in 2025, but to start off 2026, it has been on the slump, as unfortunately he lost that Naughty or Nice championship opportunity in January to Maximilien, and unfortunately when the devil got his due, he had to watch as Maximilien climbed to the top and won that world championship. You got to think this man is looking to continue to rise in the rankings and potentially get a number one contender opportunity at Maximilien's MPW championship, but he's got to get through Kid Destino, who is a young lion on the scene looking to chomp at the bit. Coming to you way of Santino Bros Academy.
Making his way to the ring, fighting in Los Angeles, California, by way of Yucatan, Mexico. It's the huge one, Kid Destino.
Bringing nothing but puro Mexicano tonight for this opening match at the Lion's Den, and he's got a major opportunity for a Kid Destino can knock Diego Valance off the block. I mean, you got to think this man will cement himself as a mainstay on the MPW roster. Big night ahead of Kid Destino. Last time we saw him was in his debut singles action, of course, against Che Cabrera. We truly saw a star-making moment for this young man from Santino Bros Academy. You can see truly looking to take it on with the handsome devil, who has been in a little bit of a slump recently, Ario, since losing that Naughty or Nice, of course, January contendership.
I mean, Diego Valance might even see a lot of himself in his early career in Kid Destino, but when you made your way through the MPW roster trying to attain titles, you often might find yourself in a rut. And this is a time for Diego Valance to even try to reinvent himself. And look at this, an exchange over and over, a countering, a waist locks.
Talk about catch as catch can, as both these men are looking to jockey for position. But again, it's those muscles of the handsome devil that is grounded. Kid Destino, nope. Looking to go right up
there.
and over.
Ooh, he catches him.
Diego Valance, no! Looking to flip out of it was Kid Destino.
And that's why you gotta love this kid,
Answering
man.
up with an arm drag. Irish whip reversal, though, from the handsome devil.
Whoa, got him up! Look at that, the roll through!
Cartwheel out of the head scissors, straight into the cover from Kid Destino. There is no quit in these two to start off the Lion's Den.
Hey, Manfield, something has woken up inside Diego Valance. And Kid Destino might have just been the remedy he needed.
This is what I've been seeing from Kid Destino on the Los Angeles scene as of recent. He's been going up against, as we can say, these paragons,
look at that,
these
beautiful.
pillars of the MPW division, and he's truly been taking them to toe.
Speaking of toe, got him placed perfectly in toe here. Armbar in place, but
Firmly in the corner of the handsome devil. You got to think Kid Destino's looking to turn that train around.
well, the MPW faithful, they have rode through with Diego Valance, thick and thin. Ooh, on a really low backbreaker. You saw that?
That was good on Kid Destino.
Wow.
Was looking to, follow it up to the knee again. Didn't have enough leverage, but was able to really drop him. You can see, follow it up with that kick straight to the cranium. Diego Valance is in a bad way in the corner.
Look at that roll. Oh, hey, able to catch it through.
Yeah, getting him out of that corner with the arm drag.
Oh, roll through there.
Wow! Talk
Excellent.
about crafty maneuver there from Kid Destino. Looking to throw caution to the wind, hitting the ropes.
Whoa, straight out of Yucatan. Oh, and back to Yucatan he goes.
You see Diego was just lying in wait for that drop kick. Almost wrenching back with as much force as he possibly can. Might have kicked some teeth out of Kid Destino's mouth, but only a 2 against this young lion.
You see that Mansfield, though. It's like this young lion really wants to make a name for himself here at the Lion's Den. But Diego Valance is no stranger to taking any opportunity, any second of hesitation to his advantage. Ooh, and now capitalizing on it.
Well, if God is on his side like Daniel, he'll be leaving tonight, with a victory, but not if the devil himself has anything to say with it as he sends him pillar to post. With these European uppercuts.
Trying to keep that momentum going into the corner yet again.
We're going to go up and over. Yeah, and that was really bad on the back of Kid Destino. You can see just wincing in pain. But again, only a 2. Not going to quit until the lights are out.
Back onto an arm. And really, wrenching it back too. Putting his own forearm in between to really put the extra pressure on. As referee Donnie Brooks trying to see, can Kid continue this match?
The difference between Kid Destino tonight and Diego Valance is going to be that young
Good momentum
rookie experience. Of course, as we know, Diego has to worry about the longevity, but for Destino, he's going to worry about any of that this young in the game. But again, caught him with that cover. Destino getting out of toe and hitting the ropes.
And a backbreaker there of his own.
Yeah, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. A lot of force and momentum on that, but again, Destino, as we said, a lot of heart on this young lion tonight.
Definitely waking something up out of Diego Valance. Of course, Destino knows if he's able to pick up the victory against Valance, he might be able to get himself a solid placement here in the MPW roster potentially.
Well, Diego Valance might have thought tonight would have been an easy night at the office, but Kid Destino, again, firmly now getting the crowd in his corner.
And while they're proud, they love to see this kid give his heart and soul for this show. And we saw it last time with Che Cabrera. Look at that!
Looking to stop him in his tracks.
Off the second.
In the ropes.
And he gets it with
a wily crossbody, but pushing him up on the 2.
Oh, Diego able to get right through it. Slams him, cover. No, still only a 2 count.
What a fireman's carry slam, and you can see Kid Destino's got to be seeing Tweety Birds at this point.
It was a desperation.
Really, landed straight on the back of his neck. And Diego Valance has got him exactly where he wants, lying in wait, and you got to think, following up might be that devil's tail. Destino better get out of dodge.
Well, it seems though we might be reaching that 11 o'clock hour, Mansfield, but the audience now is starting to find that sway for Destino just as much as Valance. Maybe he might be able to win over this crowd, and it might even propel him to victory here with these great strikes.
You can see the heart, the ultimate underdog in Kid Destino tonight as he takes on
He's waking up.
the veteran and the handsome devil who meets him with that knee.
Got him up high. Oh, he's able to count out of it. Off the ropes.
Full speed ahead. But he ain't done. Following up with another.
Come on, kid. Ducks him down. Get him up. Get him on, Nagi.
By way of Destino with that one. Oh, but only
still.
a 2, says Diego Valance.
Would have been a hell of an upset. Let's hope that wasn't all he had left in the tank, though.
You gotta talk about the biggest win of this young rookie's career if he could have put Diego Valance down. We saw him get fingertips away from a win against Che Cabrera.
Oh, you got fingertips away, Mansfield. Think about Diego Valance. All he's lost these past few months, losing that Naughty or Nice title to our new champion, Maximilien.
Not only losing that, but you gotta think about his dignity, losing not only that opportunity, but again, a man who put him in the dirt.
Now. Whoa! Could have been over there, Mansfield. Scary. Oh, and look at that.
Kick to the back of the head. Oh, lights out for Diego Valance.
This is not looking good for the handsome devil.
Look at follow up that kick combination, hitting the ropes.
Get up high. No. Get the trunks up.
Beautiful blue thunder bomb. Oh, but only a 2.
Like you were saying, Mansfield, it is hell to have to try and find trust in somebody, especially somebody you consider a former partner after all this time. Not only betray your trust, but try to weasel his way into stealing your opportunity. Diego is a man that has been cast out, and yet still, this audience is here to support him.
Well, as we saw, Maximilien truly took away his meal ticket. That was his way to the top, to the place that has eluded him for so long, back to that world championship, and unfortunately, now it's around the waist of the man who took that opportunity from him. So we see Kid Destino.
Oh! German out of nowhere by the kid!
You
Come
can
on,
see
Kid
a
Destino.
warrior's cry.
Ducks the devil's tail!
Saw it coming, did his homework for Destino.
No, gotta get an Uranagi and couldn't get it.
Too many times to the wheelhouse with that Uranagi. Sends us to the corner. Destino, though, seeing where he is.
He's hesitating too much. Oh, the kid! He took too much time on it. He got
Second
him.
hesitation sets it up for the devil's tail and a win for Diego Valance.
Your winner, Diego Valance!
Gotta give it up to Kid Destino. Has been truly making a name for himself. He showed up and showed out tonight. But it is the handsome devil, Diego Valance, firmly climbing up the ranks of the MPW ladder. And again, you gotta think he's got sights set on our world champion, Maximilien.
Of course, later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be hearing from our champion as well. But coming up for you in just a little bit, Draven Silvera, no longer tag team champion, going head-to-head against Marot.
Stick with us here, folks, at the Lion's Den.
I'll change it after this match. It's fine.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from MPW, as you know, February is Double Dash season. It is the highlight of Tag Team Conquest. We got that Double Dash tourney coming in 2 weeks, and a man who is firmly cemented in that tournament will be this man, Draven Silvera, one half of the former MPW Tag Team Champions in 2X. Whether you love him or hate him, Draven Silvera had one of the most dominant tag team title runs in MPW in quite some time under the tutelage of Miggy Rose in 2X.
And his opponent.
You can hear chants of 10 pounds lighter as, of course, he lost those tag team titles just 2 weeks ago to the Pump Line, who then lost it subsequently to the men who they shared in victory with in the Heartless Kings. But again, we'll see 2X in the Pump Line against the Heartless Kings in just 2 weeks.
Fighting out of California. He is the heart and soul of Wichita Lucha Libre. This is Marot.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, check my notes. That tag team match is actually happening next week for those tag team titles. It'll be the Pump Line versus 2X taking on our Heartless Kings as tag team champions. Before we can get to that triple threat tag team match for those titles, Draven Silvera has got to go against the young rookie in Marot, who, might I say, is the 2025 Rookie of the Year, truly a breakout star that we've seen. Draven Silvera, a lot of confidence on him tonight. Wanting nothing to do with Marot.
A lot of strong opinions about both these men from the audience. And you're hearing the love for Marot. Like I said up there, folks, heart and soul, Winnetka Lucha Libre. Truly a wonderful area here nearby Chatsworth.
No, whether it be at Winnetka, Moore Park, or Chadsworth, this crowd is certainly on the side of Marot tonight. Want nothing to do with Draven Silvera and his 2X antics.
Well, no Miggy to be seen right now. Of course, we'll find him later tonight against Danny Divine. And oh, look at that. We might even find some more dastardly moves like that as well in the next upcoming match.
We've seen a true evolution from Draven Silvera, not only in physique as we're seeing tonight, adding a couple extra pounds on him, but being taken to the woodwork by Marot. We've also seen the tutelage of Miggy Rose help him in countless, not only tag team action, but singles action. But Marot is truly putting on the works tonight, hitting the ropes, looking to walk it out. Oh, sending him pillar to post. Échale, Marot.
And the crowd is loving every minute of it right now. Big shoulder tackle. Cover now. First one of the night. Let's see. Able to kick out. That was a slow second there. Oh, and look at that. Of course, no more KT tape, no more sling at all, but Draven might still be feeling some effects of that shoulder. Oh, and Marot is definitely feeling that top rope. Oh,
feeling that pump kick as well, and a neck breaker for his displeasure as he goes for the cover. Only a 2 there from Draven Silvera.
Marot having to adjust his mask a little bit. Can be a bit of a detriment as you can see the style of his mask. Might be a bit of an issue for observation. He might be running on instinct at times here if he moves him out of the way.
See Marot just being pinpointed, especially that neck, as he continues to just unleash strike after strike. But Marot gonna fight on that back foot. Oh, I'd be told whose house this is, but Draven, again, putting on a clinic tonight.
Catch him though. Got him down.
Went for the backslide. Up and out of it though. Oh!
Drop kick on him.
Had a little oomph on that.
And let's see.
Very calculated cover as well.
Explosive start. I think both these men are realizing how dangerous their opponent is, and they want to try and finish it quickly. Oh, big kick to the back.
But the difference tonight is the attitudes, as we see. For Draven Silvera, he believes this is a cakewalk. Having to go against Marot is nothing. We saw him against tag team action when he was against 2X, when Marot teamed against Koto Hiro. And again, that tutelage we saw truly brought the best out of Marot, but tonight, he is in bad way, deep waters. As Draven Silvera, again, now going after the legs of Marot.
Realized he couldn't end the match quickly enough, so he's starting to surgically find that joint to try and take out Marot, and it might just be that knee.
Marot sending him to the apron. Draven stopping him in his tracks. Ooh, step up enziguri to the head. Now he's in the drop zone.
Locked in. Going up top. Son of a second. Lion salt. Cover. Ooh, a little anger there. I don't know if he was really expecting the finish for that, but let's see.
Probably thought you'd get a lot more of that on Marot than he did. A lot of frustration boiling, as you can see. Now is when Miggy Rose would start to bark orders. Get in the head of Draven Silvera. Tell him what is next. You can see Draven maybe looking a little worse for wear on the outside, not truly sure what to do to put away Marot as this crowd wheels Marot to a vertical basis.
I mean, this is a problem of mentor and student, Mansfield. If the student isn't able to retain that information on his own, has he really learned? Oh, look at that big back elbow.
We're going to have to see tonight, but teaching him some lessons is Marot himself.
Well feinted there. Look at this, man. Ooh. Oh, just flaps him down.
I sent him for a face buster there, and big old sucker kick to the back of the head.
Cover
for that cover.
Ooh, just ain't enough.
But a weak kick out from Draven Silvera. There are still people home, but how much more can Draven continue to put out?
Marot thinking this might be the end for him. Got him set up. No. Oh, he misses it.
Looking for that trouble in paradise, but nobody home there as he looks for that ripcord knee.
Up. Oh. He plants some. It might be enough. Let's see. Cover now. Oh, Marot's still in this, though. I was worried, man. I really thought that was over.
Truly leaping up and taking everything out of Marot. And now Draven Silvera got to dig deep in his bag of tricks, potentially looking to send Marot to sleep.
Upper fireman scary.
Now weaseling out of it.
Pushes him out. Hits. Oh, gets right on the shoulder there.
Oh,
the injured shoulder. Oh, he still gets it up, though, with the uninjured one. Oh, but you can see Draven's worse for wear right now. I think he might still need that KT tape, my friend.
Yeah, Marot has truly taken a lot out of Draven Silvera. I think a lot more than Draven thought he was going to take out of him. For Draven, truly underestimating the true heart of Lucha Libre here in Winnetka. Si se puede as he... Oh! Misses on that drop kick.
Got him in the gut. Sets him up for a counter. Out of the up. Cover. Oh, he got him.
Sends it home for Draven Silvera. Official word with Ariel Amin. And you gotta think Miggy Rose is smiling ear to ear in the back as 2X just gained some much needed momentum before that tag team title opportunity next week. So Pumpline and the Heartless Kings, you better bring your best because 2X, as Draven Silvera has said, are next. Coming up, we got that triple threat action as Eddie Roar, Daniel Moon, and Bucio go at it with the winner getting to pick their double dash partner. So stick with us here at the Lion's Den, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of unexpected things to see there. I'm glad to see Marot back in action as well. But ladies and gentlemen, you saw their former one half of your tag team champions of 2X and Draven Silvera. Ladies and gentlemen, they'll be going head to head, of course, against our current champions in just a little bit, just 1 week, folks. Keep in mind, though, whoever our new champions might be, in just 2 weeks, we're going to be starting on my favorite event of the year, Double Dash, ladies and gentlemen. Now keep in mind, we already got a couple of our Double Dash contestants. We have, of course, Nina. We love Nina. Joining forces with Chuck Mercer, of all people. I know, quite an arrangement made by Ray Rosas. But ladies and gentlemen, you might have seen on social media, and if you didn't, be sure to follow us at Millennium Pro Wrestling. Our other announcement is a scale of 2 J's. That's right, J2 Mattioli is joining forces with Jake Mays, of all people, for our Double Dash tournament. Hey folks, I don't make those pairings, it just comes out that way.
Jake Mays is Timu Bieber.
But for this next event, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of stakes because our next bout is a triple threat scheduled for 1 fall, where the winner will be able to determine their Double Dash tag team partner. Your referee for this contest, Donnie Brooks. Introducing first.
Yes, I want that.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. February, as we said, is Double Dash season. And we're looking to highlight all the tag team action and competitors. As we know, there'll be 8 teams walking into Double Dash. And a man who's looking to hopefully choose his partner here tonight if he wins is the freakiest frog in the land, who's looking to bring his maximum effort. Last time we saw Eddie Roar here at MPW, he was basically begging Ray Rosas to lift that suspension for Danny Devine, which we actually saw Ray Rosas go ahead and do. Of course, we will see Danny Devine later tonight in singles action against Miggy Rose, but you gotta think, if Eddie Roar wins tonight, how does he not pick Danny? But Danny has made it very clear he wants nothing to do with tag team action. So whether that be Eddie Roar or Daniel Moon, he wants nothing to do with Double Dash coming up. Moon has truly been on a tear lately. Not only do we got people all around the world chomping at the bit to fight the newly welcomed in Daniel Moon, who again was on the shelf for 7 long years, came back looking like $1 million, and he's been firing on all cylinders. And tonight, you gotta think Daniel Moon would love nothing more than to pick his tag team partner heading into Double Dash. Could it be Danny? Could it be Brendan? Hell, could it be Eddie Roar? Or even Bucio in the ring tonight? Only time will tell, as we got one man left for this triple threat.
And their final opponent.
And of course, last but certainly not least, it is number 12 Defenses himself, the former MPW champion and the man who loves to get high. You know him. You love him. Together we all are Bucio. Take it away, Ario Amin. And Bucio coming off of what I would have to say the most dominant MPW title run in years. 12 title defenses under his belt, 150 plus days as champion, and you gotta think he would love nothing more than to get the win tonight in the triple threat, pick his partner for Double Dash, and continue his momentum in 2026, because he wants nothing more than to get back at the grandest prize of them all that he spent so long scratching, clawing, and fighting for.
Mansfield, who the hell do you cheer for here?
And we're talking about the 3 fan favorites of MPW.
Of course, Eddie just happened to be in the ring right now with 2 amazing wrestlers. He respects all 3 of them right now, showing a sign of respect.
3-way handshake, you love to see it. Coordinated individuals here.
They already rang the bell, Eddie, don't worry. Okay, so looking like we're trying to go for some form of lockup right now.
They rang the bell, right?
Yeah, they definitely did.
Okay, Eddie got me there for a second. Talk about a freaky frog there, getting a little freaky before we start. And now Bucio looking to jockey with Daniel Moon. Not if, first cover.
Ooh, that might have been it there almost.
Daniel Moon playing it at his own game. So is Bucio.
Donnie Book's trying his best to keep track of everybody.
Talk about a merry-go-round of pins here, as he's got a side headlock as Eddie Roar on Bucio.
Oh, look at that.
Look for a little limbo. Oh!
Look at all these drop down. Look at that.
Talk about the master of drop downs from Daniel Moon. That was a drop down, takedown 2 men, Ario.
The Rube Goldberg machine of drop downs.
Well, ain't nobody firing on cylinders all better than the captain, who, might have awoken something in Bucio. Coming out of the corner with a absolutely fire under his ass.
I'd have fired my ass too if I didn't have my belt on my waist anymore, Mansfield. The man with the fighting champ. He tried so hard to defend it as best he could, and now he's looking to go back on top of the mountain with that monkey flip. Big drop kick.
Looking to follow it up. Bulldog, oh, into a big old lariat. So much momentum, it almost decapitated Daniel Moon. But nothing on that cover.
Amazing work then. Of course, trying to become a tag team champ once again for Bucio will be a wonderful sight to try and behold, but Bucio's got to try and climb that mountain with somebody. Oh, and I'm thinking now, Mansfield, who the heck could any of these guys be partnering with at this point for Double Dash?
It's a great question. I mean, they've got a lot of friends, even more enemies, I would have to say, as, oh, he's already got him locked up in a submission.
What is this?
Oh, fisherman suplex there from the captain himself, looking for the cover.
Having that momentum just destroy the back knee of Eddie Roar right now. He's clutching it.
Yeah, in a bad way. There was some evil torque when he went for that suplex. You can see Eddie Roar just wincing right in front of our commentary table as Daniel Moon continues to add insult to injury to Bucio in the middle of our ring here at MPW's The Lion's Den.
Well, Eddie may want to take as much time as he wants to recover, but he understands if he doesn't stay in this match, he might very well lose it in just 3 seconds. Look at that!
Switchblade from the Lion himself. Talk about a big game hunter.
Second one now. And honestly, this is a show that Eddie Roar is known for. On the second, big crossbody cover on both. I mean, the Lion's Den, this is Eddie Roar's territory. Here's where he feels alive. Hear the roar of the crowd right now.
Springing into action like a true frog as he looks to hit. Oh! Potentially that double cutter, no, stopped in his tracks. Says, oh! They meet him in the middle with those strikes.
Get him up high.
Set him up. Oh! Straight down as, oh, Bucio now looking to go for that cover, but Eddie Roar rolling out. Oh! He's got to set his sights on the captain who came in.
Just took his head off there.
Another worldly clothesline.
Oh my goodness. And not only that, of course, Bucio trying his best to go for that cover, but Eddie being so slippery as an eel to get out of the ring. Now Daniel Moon looking to clean up house.
Yeah, big old fastball punch to the cranium of Bucio, our former champion. Now you can see, continuing the onslaught, just continuing these punches to the dome, and you can see Bucio just getting angrier and angrier with every strike.
Of course, Daniel Moon, after a long hiatus, he's tried to make every single match at MPW count for him. Win or loss, he's trying to make the most out of being with these competitors, and Bucio's willing to oblige.
Yeah, looking to follow it up with that kick combination into a chop that hurt so bad. Oh!
Beautiful duck
You see
under there,
Daniel
bro.
Moon just stopping his tracks again, just chopping that chest into mince meat.
Eddie Roar trying to find positioning here. Whoa! Look at that! Didn't even know where he was! DDT into that as well. Covered? No.
Neckbreaker DDT combination. As he catches both men off their tracks, and now Bucio, oh! Just laying down lefts and rights to our freakiest frog. I mean, we're seeing a lot more aggression than we've seen of Bucio as of late.
It's maybe that hunger that he might have been missing as a fighting champion, having to run on all cylinders, defending it. Now we can find that hunger for a new title. And honestly, maybe a familiar title. Keep in mind though, Mansfield, if he does win this, who is Bucio going to pick out of this roster? I mean, all of his former tag team partners basically want nothing to do with him.
What if he doesn't win? Who's Ray Rosa's going to pick for him? He could be standing in there with his former tag team partners in Draven Silvera, and of course, our national champion in Dustin Daniels.
Eddie Roar, similar boat as well. I mean, as much as he'd like to try and bring Danny Devine into this, I'm pretty sure Danny's made it known he doesn't really want to do much
wants
tag
nothing
team.
to do with tag team action. He said it to Daniel Moon. He said it, of course, to Eddie Roar, who's been trying to make it work.
Well, hey, with this amazing display right now, maybe he'll even convince Danny Devine to join him. Who knows?
Well, here at the Lion's Den, we're looking to get freaky.
Freak knuckle splash! Hits it!
All
Is it
of
up?
it.
No! Look at that, because Daniel Moon realized that covers wasn't fully in place. He could kick out just in time. Great momentum there.
Well, splash so hard it might have knocked the wind out of Daniel Moon as he hits. Oh, and goes for that second rope cutter.
Absolutely explosive. And look at that face of wild intent.
Well, he knows what's at stake. This is a man who could potentially be in Double Dash with a man who he considers his best friend, a mentor, a teacher of sorts.
Pedigree! Let's see it
Looking for his own move, but
I think it was checked.
oh wait.
oh, just like Danny Devine, the pedigree is just too far away out of reach. But what's not far out of reach are these thrusters, kicking it up to a Mach 10 as he looks for the moonsault.
Got him, baby, but he might have got a little bit of the knees there too. Oh! Collision course on that. Still, only a 2. Ah, and it looks like Daniel Moon might have miscalculated a little bit on that moonsault and landed on his knees, trying to find some energy to keep his abs going, but I can tell he's in pain.
Yeah, you can see him wincing, especially when he got up. He was in a bad way. Again, got a lot of it on Bucio. But how much did it take out of Moon just to hit the move as he's looking to follow it up, especially for Moon's landing. Ooh! Again, strikes to the midsection, following up with a
Right on the
back
back of the
club.
Oh!
Back elbow for Moon.
Here comes Eddie. Sends him out! Moon's come crashing down. Oh!
Kick to the head of Eddie Roar, and
Here we go.
Bucio.
Try to fly
Look at
high.
fly. Big top The
Listen.
reason this man was MPW champion for so long with moves like that.
Catches
He might
Eddie.
throw his body to the wind, but there's a reason it's high risk, high reward. So smoke him if you got him, Mario.
Here we go. Oh, might be greening out up there though, Mansfield.
I knew he was going to do that.
Let's see, holding it in won't do much for you. He's down from the 3rd. And Moon now trying to capitalize. Oof.
In a bad way, he flies him
Oh, the 2nd!
on the outside, and now, just talking crap, but he's got to turn around because he just got hit with the freaking frog.
2! He got him!
Give it up for Eddie Roar. Bucio had it won, fried Moon on the outside, just had to turn his sights to Eddie Roar, but spent too much time uncharacteristically jaw-jacking to his opponent, and he set him up perfectly for Eddie Roar to hit that freaky frog, and now this man has got free reign to pick whoever he chooses as his Double Dash partner. Coming to you February 20th and 27th, Ario.
A 2-weekend event, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to find out who Eddie might be picking. But wait till we find out, a couple folks coming up in just a bit. We got singles action with Chuck Mercer against Cody Prince here at the Lion's Den.
Well, what was supposed to be singles action has now turned into the greatest thing you've ever seen.
Feast your eyes. You have been blessed by the entrance of the finest export out of Montenegro. Standing at 6'4", 245 pounds. A man who you should be glad to be making this surprise appearance. Your reigning Millennium Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, 1 in a million, Maximilien.
As we saw the man who challenged the devil, gave him his due, showed up to the most dominant man, or the most dominant champion we've seen, to his house, and usurped him. You were looking at an export, the greatest export.
People make me absolutely sick. Each and every one of you should feel embarrassed. Last week was my big celebration, and you ruined it. You all should be bending the knee and kissing my feet. Because I am the greatest MPW superstar and champion ever. And you know what pisses me off the most? Not that scumbag. Not this idiot. Not whiny Wendy. But you, Liz. Where you been, Liz? Where were you when I needed you the most?
Wait a minute!
You weren't even here when I became champion. You skipped my celebration last week. You claim to be the president of the Maximilien fan club?
She's making me look good right now! No, she's making me look good!
You're a disgrace. You're a traitor. Give me your membership card. Now!
How dare you! Now! This is the greatest thing in my life! You don't want to do this! You don't want to do this!
Come on, Max. Don't you think that's a little too far?
You're dismissed forever.
You're gonna regret this! You are gonna regret this!
You know what? I'm leaving for vacation.
What? Your vacation?
What a fighting
You
champ!
people do not deserve to see this face, this body. I am going to Smithy Stefan Montenegro to enjoy my time where I am adored, appreciated, and respected. MPW can call me when they have a worthy challenger for me. Good night. See you later. I hate you all.
Oh my goodness. Mansfield.
Certainly some words from our champ, but not taken too kindly to the abuse of the MPW faithful is our general manager, Ray Rosas.
After that display against poor Liz, Ray just had to come and step in. Of course, we appreciate the MPW faithful that make their way in every single Friday as much as we appreciate you at home watching and tuning in right now. So please be sure to like and subscribe here at Millennium Pro Wrestling and share with your friends and family. Every single Friday, we strive to provide for you the finest professional wrestling in Southern California. And Ray Rosas, our general manager, is a long arm of the law here.
Max just scoffing, laughing at the general manager of MPW. For the man who holds the gold feels like he is at the top of the mountain.
There's a lot of surprising things that are going on right here, right now. I think the most surprising thing to me is that
Keeps hitting me.
like we're in February and you're just taking your first vacation. Who are you, Maximilien, to go around telling people where they've been? You're the guy that misses 8 months out of the year.
Adriatic Sea is nice, folks.
Go back to your vacation!
Who are you to tell people that they're a disgrace? These people, our people, my people. That they're a disgrace? When you're standing right here in the middle of my ring?
He didn't earn it, he stole it! That's the
Who are you to tell these people they should be embarrassed? I'm the one that's embarrassed. That you are my champion.
asshole.
Heavy words from the general manager to our MPW champion.
But go ahead. Your vacation has been approved. It was approved months ago because you put in every vacation from now until 2030.
Man's busy man. That's a lot of schedule.
But I want you to rest up, drink your drinks, get your tan, hang by the pool, be pampered. Because when you get back, we're going to find out how strong of a champion you really are. Because when you come back on February 27th, Double Dash Night 2, you're going to be taking on the goddamn man, Bateman.
What? No!
Enjoy the vacation.
And just like Maximilien, folks, I am speechless.
And unlike Maximilien, I am grinning from ear to ear, Mansfield. What a match for night 2 of Double Dash.
Maximilien might be the man of MPW, but he ain't the goddamn man, Tyler Bateman. February 27th, get your tickets, folks. What a hot main event we have got for that MPW championship. Take your well-deserved vacation, champ. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Your next bout is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
Fresh from the bar, looking for a fight, pissed off as ever.
Making his way to the ring, fighting out in Ireland, it is a part-time brawler.
Chuck Mercer, not a happy man tonight here at MPW's The Lion Den. Again, coming to you from 19801 Nordoff Place every Friday. Make sure you are tuning in, whether it's on YouTube or here in person in Chatsworth. Because tonight, my name is Chase Mansfield, of course, joined by Ario Amin as Chuck Mercer looks to take on an old rival in Cody Prince.
And his opponent.
Tale as old as time, ladies and gentlemen, true as it can be, as the Prince looks to bear the crown and take out an angry Irishman tonight.
Making his way to the ring, he is the Prince of Millennium Wrestling, Cody.
Cody Prince looking to get back in the upper echelon of MPW as we saw him last time. Unfortunately, it was to a defeat from James Angel, a longtime friend and rival. And tonight, he is looking to put Chuck Mercer in his win column. Heading in to Double Dash, as we know, both these men part of that tournament. Of course, Chuck Mercer already having his tag team partner picked from him by Ray Rosas in Nina.
Did you hear one of the crowd? Oh, look at that. Chuck got a little bit perturbed by one of our crowd members calling him an ogre. Bit of a rude comment there.
Sometimes you have a couple of beers before your fight. You want to get in the mode, and was trying to show off in front of the crowd. Guy, very athletic man in Chuck Mercer.
Oh, I know a lot of great ogres. Okay, I don't know why they gotta take it like a derogatory term.
You want to call him an ogre? Look him in the face. Call him an ogre.
I ain't gonna do that.
That's what I thought. As
And
both
look at
these
that.
men looking, jockeying for position. Oh, I wouldn't want to fight with the part-time brawler though, but finding his opening with those chops is the Prince of MPW himself.
Looking out.
Right the
Whoa,
wrongs.
catching them way.
of James Angel, but again, too many chops to the chest. Oh, looking for one of his own. Oh!
Cat and mouth, all reflections and timing here. Oh!
And again, faked him out, grabbing the hair.
Right against a buckle there. And Chuck Mercer, listen to this. This audience is cruel and relentless to Mercer. I mean, as much as this man has done terrible acts, I mean, can you really blame with how the audience treats him?
Oh! Into into a cartwheel spear there from Cody Prince as he just looks to land the fist straight into the face. Talk about a free rhinoplasty here tonight at the Lion's Den with some added hips.
And here we now, trying to whip him up, but going for a counter there. Chuck running full force. Oh!
To a backbreaker. Face straight into the turnbuckle. Oh, into a massive big boot. We're going to watch the taste out of Chuck Mercer's mouth. Only a 2, though.
Now, of course, Chuck trying to make his way through here. I know he's a little bit perturbed trying to tag team up with Nina right now, but Cody Prince himself, who knows who he might be pairing up with for Double Dash. I mean, his former tag team partner left him out to rot as he absolutely laid him out last week against James Angel. It was a hard-fought battle, much like it is right now with a big cover.
I got him with that low angle DDT. You can see really reaching for that face is Cody Prince. Got a lot of torque on that one as Chuck Mercer, again, just continues the onslaught. Clubbing blow to the back of the neck of the Prince.
And you gotta think too, fans, I mean, when it comes to Cody Prince, he definitely does try his best to make some great friends here at MPW. Of course, he hedged the wrong bets with James Angel, but he always gonna have a friend in Nina at the end of the day. Who knows how she might be feeling about all this happening right now, though.
You gotta think Nina not happy with her tag team partner and Chuck Mercer, and she's gotta watch, of course, in the back.
Whoa.
Chuck Mercer,
right in the crown jewels.
And can continue that lineage. As he looks to continue the onslaught.
Definitely one way to be a Kingslayer for sure.
Looking to cripple the Prince at his foundation, crumble the throne he sits upon. He's just screaming at children out here.
I'm gonna do it twice.
Hey, you know what? Oh, Mansfield, once again, you can't help but think about where Mercer is coming from here. Oh! The man has had to be dealing with oppression for years, whether it be from princes here at MPW or all the way out in Great Britain. This man has to deal with conflict constantly. Can you blame him for having a chip on his shoulder?
I can't blame him at all, as now Cody Prince looks to shove Chuck Mercer back into the ring. Taking precious minutes, though, for Mercer to pick his opportunity as he just kicks the leg out from under Cody Prince.
And of course, all this frustration, this bitterness, it fuels Chuck Mercer.
What a leg screw from Chuck Mercer again, continuing to go and chip at the foundation of this Prince. We're going to crumble the kingdom that is Cody.
When I ruin your boy,
Did you hear that, of course? After being called Cheap Shot Chuck, Chuck Mercer able to catch that. Cody Prince grabbing that beard of Chuck Mercer.
But looking for a tit for tat, grabbing his beard as well. He sets him up again to take out the knees of the Prince. And Cody's in a bad way. He has got to find his opening, and he might have find it there as Chuck just got chucked right in our middle ring.
Caught him right in the potatoes and shillelagh right there. That's gotta hurt. I can feel it from right here in the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how it is. Here it comes. Whoa.
Look for that draping DDT. And he gets it.
Anybody can imagine that pain right now to the top of the head. Cover now.
That split second breath could have costed that victory for Cody Prince. Took too much time after hitting that big power move. Should have gone for the cover right away. And again, Mercer kicking out at 2. But there is not a lot left on Mercer. Not a lot left on both men, Ario. As Sinclair looks to administer the 10 count.
I think both these men's lower bodies have been racked and ravaged. You can see it right now. Cody Prince is gripping onto that knee. And keep in mind, too, his lower back from his match with James Angel is surely trying to recover right now. Chuck Mercer now trying to stick out a hand for peace.
And of course we should have known was going to go for the punch. And eats a chop like no other.
What speed there on Cody Prince as he now seeking up to the very top rope, maybe.
It's a little too far from the other corner, so Cody Prince wanted to hit the elbow from as high as he possibly can. Kip up from the Prince as he looks to tune up the band. Looking to make sweet music, Ario.
Size him up, no! Able to get out of the way just in time. Spear out of nowhere by Chuck Mercer.
Going for the cover.
I thought that was it there. And the frustration keeps building on the face of Chuck Mercer.
Out at the nick of time is the Prince. You got to think for Chuck Mercer, the only thing that's going to put away the Prince at this point has got to be that hangover.
A part-time brawler, sizing out his options. What's he doing right now, though? Looking underneath the ring. What the hell?
Corner, I think.
Wait a second. I'm pretty sure I can see the brass knuckles right now. Can you,
was reaching
Mansfield?
for something. I mean,
Can you see it? I can
Telling
see it right
Sinclair
now. There
to
it
stay
is.
back, but Nina, his partner for Double Dash, coming out and
Able to use the back
trying to
camera.
save her friend Cody Prince.
Well, I think he's trying to keep it fair, if anything, right now. Look at that.
Oh! Royal execution.
Cover.
And he sends Chuck Mercer to bed. Why send an executioner to do the job when the Prince can do it just the same? Getting some much needed momentum, but now already fractions and splinters in the tag team that is Nina and Chuck Mercer heading into Double Dash in just 2 weeks, Ario.
Well, you gotta appreciate how much friendship can run deep for Nina. But if she ever wants to imagine attaining tag team gold, she's gotta learn how to make this very much opposite side of Chuck Mercer somehow attract with her own perspective.
Well, for Nina tonight, I'm not sure if it was about him going underhanded. It was more about the onslaught he was going to bring to Cody Prince.
Really not lecturing Chuck Mercer.
You were my teammate, I swear to God!
Oh,
I
I spoke too soon, Mansfield.
You better watch it. Why are you leaving my teammate? Sorry. God, I hate you!
Goodness.
Well, Double Dash, will this be the scene? Or will Chuck Mercer learn to play fair? Stick with us here in MPW's The Lion's Den for your semi-main event.
What was that out there? You really were gonna cheat? I think you're forgetting that Cody is my friend.
Nina, it doesn't matter if Cody is your friend, okay? Team friendship, team Cody, Nina, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the Double Dash tournament, okay? And by some reason, some stroke of fate, you and I are paired together. Now, if you and I are gonna be paired together, you better be willing to do things my way.
No. You're gonna listen to me, okay? At Double Dash, we're gonna do things the Nina way, AKA the right way. You understand?
You know what the right way gets you, Nina? Nothing. My way works. Especially when people like you don't interfere. So you want to do things the Nina way? Fine. Hope you enjoy the big fat L that's coming our way.
Lost.
Ladies and gentlemen, your semi-main event is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
A rivalry, a pairing, a friendship as old as time. Whether it's bitter rivals, tag team opponents, tag team partners, these two have been intertwined since the Moore Park days, since the training days of MPW. And looking to write yet another chapter is Miggy Rose and Danny Devine, fresh off of suspension, folks.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Draven Silvera, fighting in Los Angeles, California. Is Short King, representing 2X, Miggy Rose.
For Miggy Rose, you got to be walking in tonight full of confidence, brimming to the point where it's overflowing out of the cup. The last 2 times that Miggy has gone against Danny, it was in tag team action. In both the Divines and the Millennials, 2X put them down. Headed down to March of 2025, the last time Miggy and Danny went against singles action, Miggy walked away with the victory.
And to the
So you got to be thinking, he's looking to do the exact same thing tonight. Look for yet another victory. And for Danny, look for any victory at all, as it's been a 3-month dry spell since October.
Miggy is way to the ring. Fighting out of Moore Park, California. Weighing at 207 pounds. This is Danny Divine.
Want to wish Danny Divine a very happy birthday as he heads into tonight's semi-main event. A man who makes it possible for a lot of us here. And I wouldn't be sitting at this desk, and neither would Ario Amin, if it wasn't for this birthday boy in the ring tonight. Want to send him his flowers as we head into our semi-main event of the Lion's Den, where Miggy Rose looks to take on Danny Divine for what?
There we go.
I think it's like match 20 or 21 between these two, right?
It definitely has been spanning well over a decade now at this point. And listen to that. I'm sure
Shut
Miggy.
up, Ario, sing along!
Happy birthday to you.
Sorry,
I didn't
Ario,
want to
what
put
were you
him on
saying?
blast. I know, but I knew the audience would remember. Did you know that, Mansfield? Miggy's birthday?
It's not Miggy's birthday.
Yeah, he just said it was.
Half birthday?
I guess so. I mean, that's why they've been intertwined, it seems, these two. Since the very beginning here at MPW, when they started their careers, these men know each other truly like the backs of their hands. But they also understand if they know every single move they have in their arsenal, how are they going to be able to pull something new out in this new year against each other?
They're going to have to pull out some new tricks, that's for sure. And as I was reiterating for the start at Ario, that Miggy Rose, as we know, has 2 wins in recent encounters against Danny Divine. Granted, that'd be tag team action, but he beat not only the Divines, but the Millennials as 2X. And of course, the last time these two were in singles action of March of 2025, who walked away with the win? None other than the short king, Miggy Rose.
Of course, Danny Divine himself not really doing too well when it comes to singles action, honestly. I mean, he might even doing a great job of trying to take care of friends wherever it may be. And look at this right now. Of course, these two also being former friends now turned deep, bitter rivals.
You gotta ask, though, as we look at Danny Divine, as we know, not 100%. A man who has said on his best day, it is behind him. As we know, he has had so many years of wear and tear, feeling at this point, he doesn't know if he's got it anymore. That spark is continuing to die down. You gotta think maybe a win at Double Dash or a win here tonight could potentially light that internal flame yet again.
Did you see that, though? That act of mercy by letting go the fingers of Miggy Rose. Look at this now. I think this might be the problem right now. Danny has so much animosity to him, so much emotion he's willing to throw out, but he also got to remember this sense of decency. He truly, I believe, is a man that is the face of MPW, the man who truly represents what MPW is good for. But right now, Miggy Rose, of course, trying to represent everything evil here in MPW, not only through his mentee, but his own wrestling capabilities, too.
Shooing him off. Looking to take the arm, but you can't go catch as catch can with the man who came up in this kind of wrestling in Miggy Rose. As we know, a high school and collegiate wrestler. Starting out in the death match grips.
I think he's further away from that high school and collegiate wrestling, though, than he is in his time against Danny Divine at this point. These two men understand this pressure and weight sharing. They understand how much force they're trying to put in because they know, Danny Divine has so much strength, so why hold back? Give every little bit to put this man away.
Oh, talk about a birthday present. Happy birthday, Danny Divine, courtesy of this short king, Miggy Rose. Serving up a hot plate of chops here, Ario, I mean.
Now trying to put more insult to injury now against the corner, but no. Great up and over. Send him through.
Looking for that switchblade kick to the back of the neck of the short king.
And like I said, for a decade now, he's been planting that on the back of the head of Miggy Rose. His boot print probably has an imprint right now on the back of his neck.
What a beautiful drop kick there. You can see Draven Silvera almost having to save his man. But again, Danny Divine, a man who was trained by the likes of Seth Skyfire, Logan X, a man who has truly been the heart and soul here of MPW since its inception. And now, going against a man who he is cosmically intertwined with when it comes to wrestling.
Look at the Donnie Brooks to try and find some salvation here. There will be none. Danny Divine continue to lay out the onslaught here.
Reaching for glory was Miggy Rose. No saving grace, though, as he is taken down. A man who is truly divine as he looks to send him to the corner.
Sends him over.
Straight to the apron for a...
Oh! Beautiful catch on that back elbow.
Not going to take that forearm nicely. Looking to take out those phalanges, but... Draven Silvera saving his man.
Slick as ever, trying to act like he didn't do anything. We're right here. We saw it, buddy.
And again, going after the arm, looking to soften it up as we know. Oh, he loves to hit that hammer lock. Oh, no.
Right again on the arm.
Cover
now, and really putting the pressure on it.
Climax.
Oof. Man, so you saw that he put all of his weight on that injured left arm right now, and again with that leg drop.
Again, continuing to go after the extremities of Danny Divine, really attacking that left arm. Again, if he can't hook that pedigree, you got to think Miggy Rose is looking to really meet him on all fronts tonight.
Oof. And Miggy understands, while there might be a height disadvantage here, if he's able to cripple Danny Divine in any way, shape, or form to keep those shoulders down, he will utilize it.
One ain't unlike Miggy Rose to go underhanded, as we know, and now just delivering some hard liver shots.
Corner to post, there we go. Oh, you see the ring move on that. Big drop kick.
Looks for the cover.
Gee, that was too close for comfort there, Mansfield.
Surely close there on the cover. Now looking for arm trapped suplex. Only a 2 there. Again, we talked about bringing out new moves from your arsenal. We are seeing Miggy Rose not only hit Danny Divine with new moves, but moves that he hit 10 years ago when these two were first facing each other down in Moore Park.
Hey, that might just be the move there, Mansfield, to pull out some of the classics from your arsenal that your opponent just might not be expecting. And now Miggy Rose continue to add on to that onslaught, trying to wrench that arm out of its socket as he pushes it against the face of Danny Divine.
What Danny Divine would love more than to get a victory straight off of suspension. And now as he takes him to the ropes, looks for that Irish whip. Nobody home there. Really landed on that right arm. Or should I say right shoulder. And again, continuing to pick it apart like the vulture he is.
Oh, when Danny's in pain, you can see it. Clutching that arm, wincing. He's still got one good one, though.
It's a technical masterclass we are seeing, though. Really taking out his opponent where he truly needs to.
And of course, Draven already picking up a victory earlier. If both of 2X are able to secure some great victories here, it's going to propel them even further into that tag team match.
Not only that, but you got to think heading into Double Dash. Maybe these two could be a tag team going in.
Maybe. Oh my goodness, can you imagine being separated after being so well established? And look at this Miggy, though, having all focus for Danny Divine at this point.
Yeah, Danny Divine, as we know, has been on a 3-month dry spell. Last time he got a singles victory was in October of 2025 after winning the King of Extreme. Since then, it has been all she wrote for Danny Divine, who is looking to right those wrongs tonight with a back elbow. Couple of punches to the face. No, instead, again, with that neutralized left arm, having to revert to kicks.
Oh, able to hold on for the waist lock. Gets him off on the ropes. Getting that taste out of his mouth. Cover.
Caught him right on the button. But only a 2 there.
Like you said, though, Mansfield, I mean, since October, this man has been without a singles victory. That's going to weigh on your mind as a professional wrestler. I can't blame him for imagining if this might be the last dance. But Danny Divine, if it's going to be, he's going to give it all. Even in this match, no gold on the line. But against somebody like Miggy Rose, he's got plenty of gas in the tank for him.
Danny Divine grabbing at the fingers of Miggy Rose.
Like a lion trying to run flesh. No, able to counter out of it.
Miggy, though, trying to get one of his own. Instead, give me that hammerlock. Oh! Looking for an angle slam there.
Beautiful, but it wasn't enough still.
Or should I say a rosebud slam as he, looks to wash him with that knee.
Still not enough, though.
Again, so much fight in Danny Devine. Gotta think Miggy Rose calling for the climax potentially. We know it's put away Danny Devine countless times.
Draven trying to call to Miggy to have cooler heads prevail, but he's calling for trying to put away Danny Devine now. We'll see. Oof, trying to even cleave his head straight off.
We can hear from Miggy Rose as he said, no days off. I've been here time and time again, putting in the work, getting those wins. And Danny potentially looking to meet him in the middle. Duke it out. That's 10 years of attrition in those strikes, Ario.
Who knows how long the war can keep going, but this battle is finding some very, very dangerous consequences.
Both men, with their fair share of battle scars, looking to beat him like a big bass drum.
Yeah!
You can't beat him with broken fingers.
Danny's been practicing caution and restraint. All limiters have been taken off. Divine is ready to go with that big knee.
Ooh, talk about a big knee. Look at that back elbow from Miggy Rose as he hits the ropes. Oh! Divine intervention.
Cover! Still wasn't enough though.
Caught him with that cutter off the top, and again, we are seeing yet another chapter written in the history books for these two men here at MPW's The Lion's Den in your semi-main event. My name is Chase Mansfield, calling the action alongside my broadcast partner, Ario Amin.
And look at this now, Donnie Brooks trying to see if both men can rise to their feet. They've been in this position time and time again. And both men trying to get there first. Seems like Danny's more recovered, but let's see how it pays off.
No, hits the ropes.
Whoa!
Both men sent out.
Oh, it looked like Miggy got a little bit of that apron there too.
Yeah, Miggy, I mean, it was a bad landing for both men, but again, who got the worst of it? That's what we got to truly see. Again, slugging it on the outside.
Absolute slobber knocker. You can see it off the chin of Miggy Rose right now. Oh!
Big forearm.
Shoves him back in.
Cripples Miggy Rose as he sends him straight back into the...
Miraculously, able to maneuver out of the way for a big kick.
Yeah, side kick straight to the face.
Ducks him. Able to maneuver out. Oh! Disaster kick from out of nowhere.
Disaster kick from the second rope. Danny Devine on the apron, and he is in the splash zone for that suicide dive from Miggy Rose, sending caution to the wind as he throws Danny Devine straight back into the ring for this semi-main event. He's looking to end it here.
Oh no! Oh! Curb stomped him out of nowhere!
Talk about a leaping stomp!
An
veteran instinct.
Pure instinct indeed. Here at Lion's Den. That sixth sense just has to kick in when you feel danger. Right in the back of your brain stem. Something from thousands of years back. Fight or flight.
Any other man would have been out, but Miggy Rose, the veteran that he is, the ring awareness this man has got to just reach out. Talk about reaching out for hope at a moment's notice and catching the bottom rope.
Well, he's still in this match. He has chosen to continue to fight. But Miggy Rose, as Danny tried to set him up in position, is looking very worse for wear.
Yeah, looking for the pedigree. We saw Eddie Rohr try to hit this earlier in that triple threat.
A lot of
to no
dead
avail,
weight.
though. Can Danny get it?
Oh, his left arm, though. Oh, it wasn't all the way in place.
Oh!
Miggy able to play possum. He's trying to apply a lock there.
Yeah, that arm bar lock, almost like a Kimura.
Didn't get it fully applied, though, but definitely got that forearm for sure.
Looking to...
Whoa!
Roll him up in that Alabama slam, but no, caught him with the pedigree!
Beautiful counter there by Divine. Cover now. Oh, come on now, Draven.
Oh, he had the 3 count. Come on.
Donnie Brooks doing his very best to make sure he keep this match fair. But Draven Silvera abusing the necessity of a referee.
Yeah, talk about Silvera sticking his nose where it doesn't belong.
Danny, of course, being frustrated, but no! back turn, wait!
Happy birthday, Danny Devine. See you later, Draven Silvera. But no. Miggy, though, capitalizing. Going after the arm. Following up.
Off the second. Got him sized up. Whoa!
Oh, Panama Sunrise.
Covers that hit, though. My God, Danny. Listen, Mansfield, I don't know. If I've never been hit by a Panama Sunrise, but I'll tell you what, I want to be able to kick out. What? Let me see, Draven. Let me see.
Draven Silvera over here with broken fingers.
Don't worry, we'll
at
get
our
some KT
commentary
tape.
table, but taking the absolute wind out of my sails of that Panama Sunrise. And you see both men are down.
Even Draven's down right now. My God. Semi-main event. The audience is loving it. Willing Danny to his feet as he is whispering derogatory expletives to this man. Both these individuals, I'm sure they've hurled plenty of insults to each other, but it never gets old.
Again, was looking to set him up for that climax.
Ooh,
Instead, was
Donnie
able to
Brooks
roll
trying
out
to
of the way.
get out of the way.
Again, getting on Donnie, and no!
The arm
Going
again.
after the injured arm. Setting him up.
Oh! He got him with a climax, and now he's applying.
That's straight into the Kimura. That's in deep, and that's it for Danny Devine.
Your winner by way of submission, Miggy Rose.
Talk about a birthday present for Danny Devine. 2X on top yet again. And you gotta be thinking they're on Dream Street, heading to their tag team title match they've got next week against the Pump Line and the Heartless Kings. All they gotta do is just feed off of the attrition of those two teams, find their opening, and take back those tag team titles. Mario, looking at Danny, heading into Double Dash. A man, again, who has had a dry spell for 3 months, wasn't able to get it done tonight. What is next for the Moore Park legend?
I mean, it's worrisome. We saw Miggy Rose pretty worse for wear after that match. But Danny Devine, I mean, I don't know, does he even want to try to find his way in Double Dash? He did say he didn't want to try and find a tag team partner in Eddie, but keep in mind, it could be anybody.
And grabbing a mic is Danny Devine.
That's frustrating.
Talk about a hard loss off suspension as well.
You want to try your best time to recover, but it's got to be frustrating to keep that losing streak.
You know, it's fitting today's my birthday because I feel older. I feel like maybe Ray's got it figured out. I need to find a job like that.
Not talking about hanging up the boots, is he?
I don't think I got anyone between these ropes.
Danny.
We have that stupid Double Dash tournament coming up. I don't even want to be in that stupid tournament.
Oh, come on, Danny. It's true.
Again, the first winner of that Double Dash tournament was Danny Devine. And the man who won the opportunity to pick whichever tag team partner he'd like is Eddie Roar. And you know, he's staring at the man who he wants to be side by side with. Talk about mano y mano, hand in hand.
Daniel Dracula Devine.
That's what the D stands for.
Or as his good friends know him, Triple D.
You ever call him that, Manson? I'm going to call him that from now
I
on.
just got you over again. Danny, I don't know if you saw earlier, but I won my match, and I have a plan.
Hey, we love when a plan comes together.
Hey, if you're going to talk to me, would you at least get in the ring? This Hawk Rope is taller than you.
Cody short. Cut. Action. I, Danny, won my match earlier, and I have a plan.
Well, we'll fix that in post, folks. I like the looks of this plan, though, Mansfield.
Could be a master plan.
So next week, The week after that,
There you go. That's 20th.
War Vine, baby! It's the Heartless Kings.
What? Wait.
It's random.
It's random. All tag teams are random.
And listen, I don't want to be in the tournament. You have to find somebody else.
Do it for my birthday. It's
But
coming
Eddie,
up.
I'm just announcing you here. I'm not even your friend. We're not friends. That's a terrible name. All of your names are terrible. I'm not your friend. Just pick somebody else, Eddie.
I think he's his friend. He's just trying to get out of here.
Do you guys want me to pick somebody else? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Do you want me to pick somebody else? Okay, I'll pick somebody else. We're not friends.
Oh.
We're tag team partners, Daniel.
My gosh. Well, I guess Dane doesn't really have a say in it. It's going to be Triple D and Eddie.
And I'll see you at Double Dash.
Oh, yeah.
Danny's got no say before.
I choose you.
For Eddie Roar's the man who gets to make the choice. So whether he likes it or not, in 2 weeks, it'll be Eddie Roar and Danny Devine going at it at Double Dash. Stick with us, folks. We got a massive main event as Dustin Daniels puts his national championship on the line against the man who made the title, and the title subsequently made him and Brendan Devine.
Next week at Tag Team Turmoil, 2X will reclaim our tag team championships.
Okay. Okay. You're saying like it's a fact, right?
Yeah.
That's right, Draven. That's the attitude I need from you. This Draven right here is what I need. The Draven that was out there who had my back against Danny Devine, that's the Draven I need. Not the Draven who went out there last week and got us into this mess. Not the Draven, listen to me, not the Draven who lost our MPW Tag Team Championships against Pump Line. I don't need that Draven. This right here. This is the Draven I need. If you bring this guy out, then we will be walking out of that triple threat tag team match once again as the MPW Tag Team Champions.
Let's get ready to wrestle! Let's get our competitors to the ring!
And as the lightning cracks and the thunder sounds throughout the walls of Chadsworth, the ace of MPW, Brendan Devine, makes his presence felt. For Brendan, just 1 week ago, took issue with Daniel, or should I say Dustin Daniels' comments about the national title becoming more prestigious because it is around the waist of the most jacked champion in existence. For Brendan has said, not only did the title make me when I first held it, but when I held it down just a year ago, I made that title. There's a reason people were coming out in droves to face me for that national championship. There's a reason I elevated it to the main event, just like it's happening tonight. So if anything, this is the biggest test for Dustin Daniels for that national title. We've seen him be able to beat the likes of J2, Redondo, and Maze in that triple threat. But to take on a former Beef Boy, he's gonna have to prove he truly is the youngest vet in the game.
Judas, Judas, Judas.
A man who was looking to put on a technical showing and masterclass like he did in that triple threat just 2 weeks ago. A man who at the start of 2026 became a Triple Crown champion. Finally holding the title that he went at in his debut match. A man who was loved and hated by the MPW faithful, but has been in this exact spot time and time again. Whether it be part of Full Send and tag team action years ago, whether it be for that heavyweight title he held for so long, or the national championship. No belt looks better than around the waist of the most jacked champion in history. And you want to prove tonight, coming off of his second title defense, that he can still be national champion by the end of tonight, reigning and defending. For tonight, there's only one question left to be asked. Is the redemption tour of Brendan Devine starting off hot tonight with a national title victory? Or will Dustin's nationally jacked tour continue strong in the wake of MPW's Lion's Den heading into Double Dash season? All those answers and more, ladies and gentlemen, will be figured out tonight as we get our main event along. Dustin Daniels puts that national title on the line against Brendan Devine in your main event. So let's take it down to introductions with the Chic of Professional Wrestling, the voice you can trust, Ario Amin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event for Millennium Pro Wrestling Lion's Den is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Millennium Pro Wrestling National Championship. Your referee for this contest, Sinclair. Introducing first, to my right, the challenger, fighting out of Marot, California, weighing in at 230 pounds. He is the ace of MPW, Brendan Devine. And his opponent, to my left, fighting out of Gainesville, USA, weighing in at 205 pounds. He is your reigning, defending Millennium Pro Wrestling National Champion, Dustin Jack Daniels.
I mean, you talk about a man who has truly blossomed out of his cocoon. But out did not come a butterfly. No, out came a man who is jacked beyond comparison.
I mean, when you see raw boys like that, how can you not try and flex, Mansfield?
This is a man who is built off of creatine and straight meat.
That's one Jack Labubu.
I'm not going to repeat what one of the audience members said, but it definitely jacked for sure. Of course, no stranger to bodybuilding. We have Brendan Devine, who has sculpted this 230-pound body. And look at these men now.
We look at the physique of Brendan Devine to the parts of Nor Park days to now is a complete evolution in the game. You talk about a man who went from, Charizard to Charmeleon.
Truly. Right now, though, you're seeing a man... Got a lot of fans. We had a very silent, tense circling going on now, breaking the tension by bringing up some wonderful, and it seems like a lot of Jack Daniels fans in the audience today.
Well, I think the audience here fell to a silent hush because they know just the rich history that these two have. I mean, we're talking about a man who trained Dustin Daniels, a man who was there at the inception when this man started, again, eating that meat and that creatine.
Come on now, it was in the name back in the day, the Beef Boys. And of course, these men have continued adding on all that weight and all that, definitely a lot of animosity too. Look at this crowd now getting behind Dustin Daniels. Brendan a little bit surprised by it, honestly.
Beef Boys, that is.
The Beef Boys, yeah, truly tried to go for that last time too.
What's a friend to a champ?
St. Clair doing his very best to keep this match together. But Dustin Daniels using all of his psychological prowess as well as his physical talent.
And taking all the time in the world to start off our main event tonight. Again, we're on champion time, that is. The national champion's going to dictate how this match goes with a straight kick to the gut to start it off. And of course, those clubbing blows to the back.
Finding that rhythm already. And feeling the rhyme as he goes for plenty more strikes to the gut and the back of the head.
You can see, especially for Dustin Daniels, using all of his body weight on those strikes, adding even more insult to injury as he drives it down with full force.
And it's very interesting, we're almost seeing a parallel, of our semi-main event. These two men absolutely know each other. And of course, like you said, mentor-mentee at one point, into tag team partners, into bitter rivals. These men have been through the entire ringer. And of course, a classic call out here by Dustin Jack Daniels. Let's see some squat sets. Oh, didn't get proper form there.
A lot of weight to squat there, but he ain't squatting that. That big boot.
I'll tell you what, I've never been kicked by a barbell. Ooh, certainly not been chopped by one either.
Yeah, those chops are being served up hot tonight. Is he looking to send him, with a European uppercut back into the corner.
Send him out now, Snapmare.
Drop kick to the back of the head, looking for the cover. Only a 2 count there in our main event.
And look at that. Crowd's having a hard time trying to figure out who to cheer for right now.
I think
yes, sir.
For Dustin Daniels, it worked so well in that triple threat, was able to pinpoint when he needed to get in there. Count his moments, look for those windows. Tonight, it is one-on-one. He has only got one man to focus on. It's Brendan Devine, who is truly bringing out an onslaught of strikes, to weaken our champion.
And Dustin now taking some onslaught of his own, able to duck out of the way though. Deliver a chop straight back. Tit for tat skid here now.
Brendan following up with one so hard it took Dustin off of his feet.
And Brendan himself, no stranger to cruelty. But this man has been trying to go on a road to redemption here at MPW after being absolutely a monster here, just wreaking havoc. Whoa! Oh! He definitely hasn't lost his touch, that's for sure.
Yeah, attacking the back and neck of Dustin Daniels. Very devastating maneuver we have seen him use countless times, especially in these high-stakes title matches. And for Brendan Devine, this national title means more to him than I would even say the MPW World Championship. This is the title that when he held it around his waist, it made him into the man that he is today, into the Brendan Devine that we are seeing in front of us.
Well, not only that, that man made the title just as much as it made him. It took time to develop that title. Years went into it to make it as prestigious as it is now. And it's certainly seeing Dustin Daniels behaving the way he is, taking his sweet time on the outside of the ring. Brendan Devine saying that's not championship material. I'm going to show you how it is right.
There's a reason why this man was national champion. That title was in the main event, like tonight. And that's exactly what Dustin Daniels had to say last week when he said that title around my waist becomes even more prestigious. Case in point, Brendan coming straight after him.
You might have seen there the wrist tape came off the forearm, a little bit off the wrist there. It seems like Dustin Daniels wants more blood flow to be entering into the fingertips, the phalanges. One can only imagine he's just trying to butter Brendan up to be able to apply that claw straight into the jaw.
He doesn't want to have any cushion in between these strikes, so off comes the tape, but giving him a goozle as he sends him to the ropes.
Sends him right over the lariat. Ooh, hard
Goes
landing.
to the outside, but yeah, that was a bad landing for the left foot of Dustin Daniels.
Whoa.
Brendan Devine, though.
Bag splash.
Taking out Dustin with a little bit of a side crossbody there.
230 pounds landing straight onto our champion. And now try to readjust his boots, making sure everything's in place.
Looking at a jacked man, two jacked mans in their own right here in our main event for this national championship. But driving him back first into the apron. Again, just continuing to attack the back of Brendan Devine.
Jesus!
Oh, God. Suplex to the outside, and that took a lot out of both men, Ario.
No love lost from former Beef Boys. It's pure hypertrophy and suffering here.
I mean, really taking it out of Brendan Devine, but at what cost to Dustin? He goes for the pin. Oh, only a 2 there.
Certainly wasn't up, but look at now. Brendan clutching onto that lower back. Definitely did a lot to him on that suplex.
Yeah,
Dustin now continuing onto the spinal column.
Yeah, continuing to take out the upper body, as you said, the back, looking to potentially, cripple the Divine in the middle of his home here at MPW. Hitting the ropes, though.
Oh! Running senton there. Would it be enough, though, to put him away?
Didn't get quite all of it, not enough to put down Brendan Devine as he just claws at the corner at this point. You gotta think, I mean, at this point, what does Devine got to do to even get back into this national title match?
Well, I mean, in these kind of moments, we've seen him from the previous year. The man will pull out all the stops, any type of disgusting tactic he could at this moment, an eye rake, some kind of form to get the upper hand, he would be pulling it. But Brendan Devine, like we've been seeing in the past few weeks, this is a man that has been trying to get people to believe in him again, Dustin Daniels.
That is true, and he is looking to make believers out of me and you tonight, and you got to think he's going to have a lot of people behind him if he can win that national title, but is he going to even be able to put around his waist or even stand up after this match to this point?
It's a trial by fire for Brendan Devine, but if he wants to continue viewing himself as the ace of MPW, he's got to innovate, evolve, and drive past the national champion here tonight.
Dustin Daniels looking to fire on all cylinders tonight. Oh, continuing with another chop, catching him in tow. Oh!
Full force swing there like Shohei. We're catching him, able to kick him off, roll through. Beautiful!
Catching him right in the middle where he needs him.
There's enough though, it just ain't there.
Only a 2. Again, this is your main event for that national championship here at MPW's The Lion's Den between Dustin Daniels and, of course, the challenger, Brendan Devine. And at this point, Dustin is just stalking his prey. We're looking at a wounded animal in Brendan Devine.
Oh,
and this lion is loving every minute of just chomping, taking bites out of this gazelle.
Grabbing on, and now it's time to rend the flesh, Mansfield. Camel clutch applied in the center of the ring.
Firm S-grip as well. Not a lot of time you see that.
Just purely on the trachea right now. Whether it be Iron Shake and Pat Patterson right now, oh my gosh. Bob Backlund indeed right now. We're seeing a legendary effort right now by both these men.
Again, he had him where he needed him with that camel clutch, but again, frustration takes over the body of Dustin Daniels as he just throws down Brendan Devine.
And again now.
Oh, for Brendan might have thought he had a moment to breathe, and now we're going to take him out.
Come on, man.
I don't think it was in view of St. Clair. Wasn't able to see the kinesio tape he was using to choke the life out of Brendan.
Very disgusting move there on him, but Brendan's still able to hold on right now with that back elbow.
And all's fair in love and war, especially here tonight for that national championship as he kicks away Brendan Devine. We're going to roll it up again, but catches it with the spine buster.
Oh, but look at that though, Mansfield. That might have been a last-ditch effort for Brendan Devine. He is checking to see if he's still got full control of his nervous system.
And this is a man who has had repeated attacks to the back. Dustin Daniels has been putting on a methodical approach tonight to this national title defense. And for Brendan, I mean, you talk about last-ditch effort. With that spine buster, might have taken out a lot more of him than he had.
This is the amazing part about time and progression, Mansfield. From the age of 15 to now, Dustin Daniels has tried to climb up higher and higher mountains here for MPW and continue to come across foes he's seen from the very beginning and still innovating even now. This might be the mark of a champion, but he's still got to prove he's a fighting champion tonight for Lion's Den.
Both these men looking to strike it out in the middle of the ring.
Ooh, Brennan now.
Yeah, capitalizing and telling him that you asked for this, and he surely asked for that lariat.
Big exclamation, but can he put him away? Still ain't enough there. And you're seeing a little bit of that ferociousness we saw in the last year, Mansfield. But how far is Brennan ready to go? Doesn't he really want to return back to that cruel, insane self we saw before?
That cruel, insane self is what got him to the dance in the first place. It's what won him that national title when he had it. And you got to think, for Brendan Devine, you might not want to fix what's broken, but again, this is a man who is looking to turn a new leaf, looking to potentially leave him on red.
Well, way able to roll through though. Quick cover! No.
He's looking to steal one away like he did in that triple threat. Send to the apron. Oh no, to the outside.
Out. Full force against the flooring here. And now Dustin looking to fly himself up into Syla.
Champion taking out challenger right in front of our commentary table here at MPW's The Lion's Den, as he, again, looking to throw him back in the Lion's Den. And this Predator's looking hungry. German!
Ooh. And of course, Brendan Devine looking like a dead fish right now in the ring. He still somehow gets the shoulder up. Listen, after a German like that, I want to stay down for another 2 weeks, let alone for 3 seconds.
Yeah, he surely landed at the top of his neck. You can see Dustin Daniels, even the champion is shocked they didn't put him down.
And look at this now. As much as he wants to hurl insults at Brendan right now, he's got to conserve that breath, dig deep, and if he really wants to keep that title, Dustin Daniels has to try and find that last Sunday punch to put him away.
Gotta find that latch-ditch effort, as we know, as the internal flame continues to burn bright and the most jacked champion in the game. But you can see Brendan, at this point, just asking for it. After all he's taken.
Oh, look at that now, the claw applied.
That claw is fully in.
Try to get synced in, but look.
Brendan trying to get to a vertical basis, potentially rake the eyes maybe. No, send him. Oh!
Edge of the buckle now. Able to find some time to recover, hopefully. Brendan now on the attack.
Yeah, middle turnbuckle into a clothesline. And he's, there for the big boot, stacking him up.
Oh,
not enough.
Brendan truly believed it too. I know. That looked like it.
You want to talk about a main event where it's anyone's game at this point for the national title. We're talking about Brendan Devine versus Dustin Daniels.
Listen, Mansfield, the back can only take so much damage. It is built for assault. However, that wear and tear, especially over years of being a wrestler, at any time, it might just even give out to Brendan Devine. He's got to be careful here for this main event.
A bad back on Brendan Devine. I mean, you got to think Dustin Daniels is going to use everything he can to capitalize on the target that he put on the ace of MPW as he just continues. Ooh, look for that believer buster.
Ain't there though. On the rocks? No, wait.
Got him in a power slam position.
Almost had him.
Sent to the ropes again.
Oh, another buster. Rolls him through now. Believer buster.
He's got to go for the cover. He's looking to become national champ.
He got it. No.
Oreo, Amin. What more do these two men have to put out to put the other down?
Beef boys personified. These men not only exude power, but endurance and durability, Mansfield. And especially after all Dustin Daniels had to go through to get that title, you think he's going to just give it away after all that? He's still got plenty more in the tank for him, but you can still see the effects of this match weighing down on the head and neck.
Yeah, Dustin Daniels ain't going to go away in this long night without that national championship in tow, freshly around the waist, and the most jacked man here at MPW. But if Brendan Devine has anything to say about it, he will walk out tonight national champion once again, making it just as prestigious as the moment he held it before. Not going to be usurped by Dustin Daniels.
And Dustin, though, slow to his feet. Brendan sizing him up. Think he's got him locked in position. Ooh,
looking to leave him for dead.
Whoa! Try to call out for it, and right onto that injured back again, onto the buckle. Full force. Brandon Devine, it might have just given out there. That might have been the straw to break his back.
Yeah, you want to talk about knowing your man, know about ring awareness. Really, again, adding an insult to injury, continuing the onslaught to the back of Brendan Devine.
Very fitting, of course, after that camel clutch as well. Oh, no!
And now it's getting personal. A man who he trusted. A man who brought him to the dance.
Come on!
Look at his emotion now on Dustin Daniels.
Come on, Brendan!
I don't remember this level of aggression and frustration on him going against Bucio, but against his former tag team partner of Brendan Devine, you can feel that there's so much animosity and hatred behind these strikes.
Again, he feels betrayed. He trusted him for so long, and now, talk about trust. Able to evade, in the ropes himself. Oh, sick kick!
Got him right on the shoulder. There's enough, though. Let's see. Oh, with a good shoulder, he's able to kick out.
And again, Dustin Daniels going to continue. Piece after piece, he wants to take down Brendan Devine. Running power slam!
There's enough, though. Let's see, a little slow on that cover.
Again, not a lot on both men, but you got to give it up to Brendan Devine. Somehow, he has found an answer for everything.
And the audience is appreciating this display of bravery and strength. Dustin Daniels wishes he was at home right now with his title, but he's trying to finish up this match as best he can.
We're looking at truly an amazing main event here for the Lions Den. All for the national championship. And you want to talk about making it prestigious? These two are putting on a clinic that's going to put that title on the upper echelon.
Brendan now, look at that. Trying to look for something to strike at.
Come on, man. How you doing? You're the one on the crowd.
Say on bated breath from both men.
You know, you almost forget who actually is the brother of Brendan Devine here, because it just sounds like two brothers fighting right now, if anything.
Well, if anything, the bond these two have is anything other than brotherly tonight.
Hey. Oh, deep in blood and collagen, there's that kick.
Yeah, it takes him out with the super kick, saying thank you.
A normal Friday night for a reigning defending champion. And I know in the beginning, we might have seen a little bit of these, kind of evasive maneuvers by the champion, but this is truly what makes Dustin Daniels special. To find that next gear to keep the match going. But Azell, a little bit of that ego might be costing him right now. Whoa, look at this.
Should have kept his eyes on Brendan Devine.
Oh, ring that bell there.
Yeah, drop kick to the face. But, oh! Into a tornado DDT.
My God. And now Dustin not done yet. Going up
to the
high.
top.
I don't know, is his brain still in place? It might still be shaking around as he headed up to the top. Big elbow drop.
Yeah, straight to the sternum.
Cover. That still ain't there, though. How, Mansfield?
Talk about fighting on empty.
Dustin Daniels now You could see him staring daggers into the eyes of our audience here. He really thought it was over after that elbow drop, but still, the ace of MPW proves his title is not without warrant.
You can see as he goes to the outside and taking the breather, telling Sinclair to shut up. This is the champion that's talking.
I mean, listen to that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, come on, man. Is this the way you want to try and pick up a loss of anything still?
I mean, it'd be a DQ loss, but still national champion. And he would love nothing more than have an easy day at the office. Has had enough with this main event. We're going to DQ him, but washing the taste out of his mouth with that and leaving him on red.
Left on red.
Go for the cover.
New champion.
Come on, man.
Look what your hubris got you here, Dustin.
Took so much time to jaw jack with the crowd with Sinclair, with everyone at home. Was enough for Brendan to find his opening, but again, wasn't enough.
It's the follow through that matters here, Mansfield. That back is still injured for him. Oh! On the rocks! On the rocks! Cover now! My God! What the hell am I saying here, Mansfield? Lion's Den is truly breeding some of the finest apex predators of MPW.
See what is left for Dustin Daniels, for Brendan Devine, and these two down and out in our main event right here. Hit him with his best shot on the rocks, but it wasn't enough to put down Brendan Devine. You gotta think, he's gotta go back to that claw.
Well, we've seen submissions play out very well, but he's gotta run on over, get the blood pumping into those phalanges, and secure right on that temple. Let's see.
Oh! Discus fastball punch.
An Olympic one at that.
You can see, I mean, Brendan Devine just crumbled like an accordion here.
And truly, you can imagine he had a bunch of moves in his arsenal to pull out. He wanted to do that, Mansfield.
Going to the top rope yet again is Dustin Daniels looking for potentially another elbow drop.
Right now, second wind.
Big knee. Big boot. He's looking to follow it up with the Believer Buster.
Come on, man. You gotta cover him, though.
Nope.
No
if
way.
one didn't do it before, you follow it with a second.
Left on red. New champ. New champ. Cover. My God, man. It means that much to you. It means that much.
We're looking at the title that made Brendan Devine. The title that tonight is making Dustin Daniels. These two are fighting to an inch left of their life here.
St. Clair's trying to explain.
Even Sinclair's at a loss for words. What more do these men have to do?
I mean, you can imagine Brendan after taking that move time and time again, year after year. Maybe he's built up almost resistance to it at this point. Who knows? Look at the claw! The claw! He played possum!
And out of nowhere, setting up the claw, fully around the cranium of Brendan Devine.
And have any energy left, though. He's literally sapping the very energy he has straight out of him.
Looking to put him asleep on a Friday in Chatsworth.
No! He comes back alive.
Brendan not going to go out so easily.
Breaks out of it. Big forearm.
Looking to follow it up with another left on.
No! On the rocks! Cover now, my God! Say it and so! Here it is!
What a main event!
Your winner and Millennium Pro Wrestling National Champion, Dustin Daniels!
Talk about a barn burner of a main event. one that'll go in the history books as Dustin Daniels truly cements his national title reign with a win over Brendan Devine. 2 title defenses down, more to come. Reigning and defending Dustin Jacked Daniels.
Times of turmoil here at MPW. And speaking of which, in just 1 week, we've got MPW's Turmoil, a main event being a triple threat tag team match as the Heartless Kings take on the Pipeline and 2X for the tag team championships. And of course, 20th and 27th are 2-day tag team extravaganza Double Dash.
And make sure you're here for that second day, because in that main event, we got none other than Maximilien Montclair, fresh off vacation, putting that title on the line against the goddamn man, Tyler Bateman. I have been Chase Mansfield. He has been the Sheik of professional wrestling and the voice you can trust, Ario Amin. We will see you next week at MPW.
Rick, can't get a minute of your time.
A little bit busy. I just wanted to see if you had any ideas for me. For Double Dash. I have tons of ideas for you, man.
Well, I'm not going here.
Go in.
Well, I'm sorry. Anyways, what are your ideas for Double Dash?
Listen, I have tons of ideas for you guys. Tons of ideas for all you guys. It's just a matter of putting the right pieces in the right spot. But each idea is better than the last. And trust me, Moon, you're gonna like it. You're really gonna like it. Okay. Can you help me with this, though?
Of course.
It's a team effort.
Okay, let's do it.